Really, on the practice side, I thought it was a very solid practice. One thing I was pleased with was our tempo and our effort, and I really felt like we improved from yesterday. Not that yesterday was what I consider a bad day. I just thought it was kind of an average day as far as that. Today, really felt good about the guys flying around. We're going to put on shelves tomorrow. Really be good for us, with the young guys. We've got a lot of good information about the older guys, but at the same time, you put shoulder pads on and all that. Usually your evaluation is a little easier as far as that goes.
Questions?
Gus, the running backs, obviously it's not something you're going to be really evaluating on game time. What are you guys looking for here in camp?
Yeah, just really, the older guys just improving on the little things, the protections, the check downs.
You hoping to get a few more chances to catch the ball?
Yeah, it's always better than over the options to just not be a one-dimensional guy, so that'll be one of my goals also.
Most of our older guys have a good idea overall of our offense and the running lanes and the timing of everything. It's just a matter of just getting better at the little things. Obviously, the two freshmen coming in, we're going to give them an opportunity early in the fall camp to carry the football and just be reactive and just see where they're at with that, see the ball security, and then we'll slowly implement those guys. We'll start out with base downs, just base down football until they get a good feel for everything, until get to the third downs and all that.
How much does it help having guys like Chad and Avery that have kind of moved around some already and are versatile enough to do that?
Well, that helps a lot, and the thing about them, they're so athletic that they can play almost any spot on the offensive line if we need them to. So, I mean, that's a bonus. Not every team has that, especially with Chad, where it's with the experience he has, and Avery with the athleticism, that helps a lot.
I feel like this offensive line is going to be as strong as last year. Can it be stronger? What's the expectation?
The expectation is to be better than we were last year, but the expectation is to take, every practice at a time, every game at a time, just to prove each and every day as a team and as a O-line, and then take us, it took us to the 12th game to, know that we're, as good as we are, that we got to just continue to do it, we got to continue to get better. So we're just going to work each and every practice, each and every game just to improve as O-line and hopefully be better than we were last year.
How do you handle a true freshman quarterback like Sean White in these practices, especially when you guys are splitting things the way you are?
Yeah, Coach Lashley has really given him a lot of reps to give him a chance to get a base understanding of their offense, because there's so much that has to do with the sideline communication, getting the information to everybody and in the play. He's a guy that he really throws it well. He throws the ball on time, and so the next 2 weeks, I know Coach Lashley is looking forward to see how he reacts.
Gus, they're good. Brady Smith physically has turned a lot of heads. Is he one of the more imposing guys you've been around?
Yeah, I mean he's super strong. There's no doubt about that. But he is athletic. He moves well. He's got light feet for such a big guy. I know JB was real excited about him really the last 2 days. Kind of one of those deals that we're, when we get shoulder pads on him, we'll see, what he can do. And he's a guy too that, in the next 2 weeks, we're gonna give him a shot. See if he can get in the mix. As a freshman, that's hard to do in our league as a true freshman just showing up, but he does have the physical ability to do it.
What position are you working in at?
Coach Grimes, I believe, had him at tackle the last 2 days.
Left or right?
He's got him left. Right now, it's more of just trying to get the fundamentals of a base play. And he's big enough to play inside. He's athletic enough to play inside too. So, it provides a little versatility.
It seemed like he was kind of late. Y'all kind of got on him late.
Yeah, well, we did. And then of course, Greg Robinson was a guy that, at least early in the season, we were counting him coming back, and then obviously halfway through, you could see that he had a good chance of being a high draft pick, and so started getting on him and developing a relationship with him. Coach Grimes, our offensive staff, really did a good job with him, and when he came over to official visit, he's one of those guys that really fit in well, and so he'll make a very good Auburn lineman.
It seemed last year with Carl Lawson and Elijah Daniel emerging, people kind of almost forgot about Ladarius Owens. Now you have that injury with Lawson. What do you expect now at Owens, and what does he expect from himself?
Yeah, the good thing about Ladarius is he has game experience. He's been around a long time. My experience is teams that have seniors that play their best ball, then they have a chance to win championships. And so we got a handful of seniors that we really challenged to have their best seasons. And he's one of those guys I really believe is capable of doing that. He's got a high motor, he's got experience. It's very important to him. He wants to be good, he wants to be coached, and so really excited about watching him play.
I feel like this defense is overlooked a little bit.
Yeah, honestly I do, because beginning of the season, before the offense got to rolling, the defense kept us in a lot of those games. Mississippi State, Ole Miss, the games, tight games we like doing, And the biggest thing with us, we gave up a lot of big plays as far as the defense, but as far as somebody just beating us up down the field, that didn't happen. And we played a good game against Georgia all game. We let Aaron Murray come back at the end. Alabama, we choked them out. They had a few long chucks to Amari Cooper. And then Florida State, we had them choked out. We just slipped up at the end of a few games, but we're back trying to prove, because all we hear about is the offense. So that's what's driving us as a defense.
When we were out there watching this from the early period, you were working kind of exclusively with receivers. What are you kind of taking more of that responsibility to kind of get them?
Well, right now, of course, Damien's on the boat, and so I always want to coach anyway, so it gave me a great excuse to start working with the inside receivers, and I'll do that throughout fall camp, and help with that, and at least till we get off to a good start foundation-wise and all that. That's always good for me. I enjoy that part of the coaching part.
What do you want to see from them specifically, that position, the inside guys?
Yeah, well, right now, this first week, we're just putting in our installs, we're putting in our base offense. We're not doing any scheme or anything, we're just wanting to get that foundation. So just our base plays, that they understand no matter what the defense gives us, they know exactly what to do. And then after this first week, then we'll start being a little more specific on the specific talents of the inside receivers, on what our plan is going to be, for the rest of the year.
That's what you think about as far as game right goes. Do you think you'll be inside, outside?
Coach had him at defensive end the last 2 days. He's got the versatility, he's got the experience where he can do both. He's very solid at defensive end. He presents a bigger guy, and he's a heavy rusher and all that. But when you put him inside, he's such a good athlete, it makes it tough, especially when you get him on one-on-one situations with guards. You can't double team one-on-one. He's very tough to block. So he's going to give us the flexibility to do both.
Is Tremaine White the other guy who can take it up to another level?
There's no doubt. You're talking about a guy that's going to be a 3-year starter in our league. Very smart guy. He's in his second year of our defense, and he makes a lot of our calls. And really had a solid year last year, but he's one of those guys. And like I said, I'm going to keep saying the seniors. We got the seniors, if they can find a way to have their best season, then that'll really help us with our overall goals.
Because what extent, I think to explain, back on the field, he basically missed the entire spring. So, him finally getting back in, get some live reps.
Yeah, he's at the end of the line, but he has experience from last year, not just linebacker, but special teams.
Chris, you think a guy like Stanford, you see him as a guy who can make an impact as a true freshman this year?
Yeah, here's the deal with Stanton. Stanton, he is super fast. He's got the electric speed. Finding ways to get him the ball in space, or maybe in the return game or something like that. He's capable of taking it the distance anywhere in the field.
Anything else?